Hi, everyone. This is our recording for our mindfulness meditation today. I have had a challenging day getting all the technology to work, but here we are, and we're going to carry on and move forward. So, I had my intention for us today is to do a gratitude meditation. So that's why you're seeing the image related to thankfulness. You can either listen to this, with your earbuds on, or sometimes people want something to visually follow. And so I also have some of the content that I'm speaking on the screen. As always, my suggestions for meditations are that you uncross your body, get in a comfortable position, either seated or lying down. This meditation should take probably about 20 minutes, so you want to make sure that you're in a position where you can sustain or withstand the same position for that amount of time. You want to make sure that your phone's turned off, right? All of those distractions and things are minimized so that it doesn't pull you out of your meditation. All right. And as always, when I finish up, I will just kind of close out and invite you to either keep your meditative stance, but if anyone has any questions or some sort of, needs to speak to me about something that went on during the meditation, please feel free to email me. Okay, so we will begin the meditation. And the reason why I wanted to use a gratitude meditation is because gratitude can help us build things like hope and resilience. As we experience positive emotions, things that are related to mindful meditations like gratitude, loving kindness, and compassion. Our awareness, right, increases, our reactivity decreases. We're able to problem solve and be more creative. So that's the motivation and the thought behind a gratitude meditation. As we already talked about, right, you want to now I'm inviting you to start to get comfortable, to maybe close your eyes or cast your eyes downward, to adjust your body to support your knees or your back, any other part of your body in whatever way would be best for you. Also, an interesting thing that happens when we're meditating, similar to sleep, is that our body temperature can drop a little bit. So if you think that might happen to you, might you want to use a little blanket or something to cover your feet or your body. And then, as always, you also want to make sure that you're physically comfortable with your clothing and that you're not wearing anything that maybe constricts your breath. So you want to be comfortable. With your eyes closed or at least cast downward, just start to take some deep breaths. Just bringing your attention to the present moment in your natural way of breathing. Breathing in through your nose, out through your nose or mouth. Really seeing if you can expand your breath to the point of your belly inflating, and then also feeling it get smaller as you exhale out. Not straining, just allowing your body to naturally do what it does. Just breathing with a little bit more intention. As we work through this meditation, I'll be giving you some words for you to potentially follow, and you can repeat it in your head, or you can just allow my words to guide you. So as we prepare for this gratitude meditation, just start to scan your body. Maybe you can imagine physically standing over yourself and looking down on different parts of your body. Maybe you can just Use your internal awareness of yourself to scan your body. However you're experiencing this, it's perfect for you. And notice where there's any tightness, any tension, any soreness. And allow your breath, kind of all that warm, oxygenated blood and breath, to fill into those spaces that have any tension or tightness. And as you exhale, allow that tension to release. Just inviting your body to let it go for a few seconds. Again, just noticing that as you inhale, that you're taking in all of the positive properties of peacefulness and tranquility and calm. And that as you exhale, noticing that any worries, fears, anger, irritation, jealousy, or judgment are just falling away. And if as we name those emotions, if you experience them, if you're feeling them, just notice them. And then with your breath, allow them to flow right back out. Again, with anything, noticing and remembering that you can pick these emotions back up if you wish when the meditation's over. But for a few minutes, just give yourself the opportunity to let them go. And throughout, if any uncomfortable emotions or thoughts or physical sensations arise, always return back to your breath, using this activity, this exercise, to breathe in a sense of calm and peace, and to exhale out anything that does not serve you. And if, again, anything challenging comes in, using our breath, breathing in a sense of peace and calm, breathing out any disturbance, dis-ease, allowing those thoughts to just flow out with each breath. Maybe now you're feeling a little bit clearer in your body, in your emotions, in your thoughts. Maybe you're feeling a little bit more space, maybe a little bit more open. And that can allow us to focus on the events, the experiences, the people, the pets, or the possessions for which we feel grateful. So first, recall that if you're listening to this, or whether or not you're reading it, you've already had several marvelous gifts occur to just get you to this point. Maybe you're thankful for the gift of life itself, that somehow you came to be birthed, that regardless of that process, as you were an infant, someone cared for you. Somebody changed your diaper, someone clothed you, someone bathed you. Someone taught you things. They taught you how to speak. They taught you to understand. We can also express gratitude for the gift of hearing. So you can hear and you can learn. Thankfulness for some of us being able to hear the song of a bird, the notes of a band or an orchestra, the songs, the sounds of singing voices. Maybe even the sound of your own breath right now that's flowing in and out. Maybe you can hear your heartbeat or your eardrums. And we can express gratitude for the gift of that heartbeat, that steady, regular flow that occurs moment after moment, pumping fresh and life-giving blood to all of our organs, allowing us to move about and do all the things that we need to do. Again, marveling at this process. Now think today about all of the things that you've done, all of the things that have made your life easier and more comfortable than they were for a previous generation. Maybe your grandparents or your great-grandparents or whatever ancestors or lineage you connect to. We can express gratitude for our abilities to flip a switch and have lights appear and turn on. We can experience a sense of gratitude that we can turn on the tap and get clean and drinkable water. We can express gratitude for our ability to adjust a thermostat and to experience a room growing warmer or cooler, especially as our seasons are now changing. We can connect to the level of gratitude we feel for having a roof to keep us dry when it rains, walls to keep out the cold wind or the warm air, and windows to let in the light, screens to keep out insects or bugs from disturbing us, and allowing us to live in harmony with Mother Nature. We can express gratitude for being able to enter in and out of a vehicle and that it can take us where we want to go. Gratitude that we have access to machines that can wash our clothing and that we even have clothes to wear and places to store them. Thankfulness for the machines that store our food at just the right temperature, and machines that help us cook without having to gather wood and maybe even go outside. We can express gratitude for having indoor plumbing, all of the conveniences, that we have public libraries that have thousands of books and recordings that are accessible to us to borrow and to read. We can express gratitude for schools that can teach us to read and write, skills that were valuable to only the very few just a few hundred years ago. Gratefulness that we live in an era, a time, where education is more accessible. Now, in this space, take a moment to reflect on all of the thousands of people who have worked hard, some without knowing you at all, to make your life a little bit easier, a little bit more pleasant. Those who plant, grow, and harvest your food. those who transport the food to a marketplace, a team of people who make the roads and the railways that make it easier to transport the food, another team who maintain those vehicles, and drivers and loaders and unloaders. Again, just marveling and expressing thanks for the complexity of this process, all of the ways that we need one another and we benefit from the tasks and the work that each person performs. Reflect on those who take the time to design the store, the shelves, the packaging that keeps the food safe and allows you to find what you need. Thankfulness for the Postal Service, the individuals that sort the mail, those that deliver it. Those who maintain servers so that you can get and send email and access the internet. Those who help us troubleshoot any difficulty or any problems as we perform our work over the web. Those who design operations and systems for gathering, sorting, and disposing of trash and recycling, for the order that's established through this process. Breathe in a sense of thankfulness for those who gather news stories and photos, and those who create the many mechanisms by which the news can reach us. Breathe in a sense of thankfulness for all those who play sports, create art or music, or plays, or poems, or films. Thankful to them for the ways that they entertain us and uplift us, especially when times are hard. And most of all, thankfulness for the people you have never met or the people that you barely even know. Now consider the people and the pets that you know who enrich your life. Those who smile at you and cheer you on. Those family, friends, acquaintances, colleagues and peers. Those ancestors who worked so you could live well. Those friends who support you when you need a shoulder or a helping hand. In your next few breaths, take a moment to reflect on your own reasons for feeling grateful in this moment. Again, using your breath to breathe in a sense of calm and gratitude. Exhaling out any negative or difficult emotion or physical reaction. Maybe your list is long, maybe your list is short. And maybe you're still expressing this gratitude in your mind. You can continue that work even beyond this meditation. Allow this practice to help you to notice, to become more aware of the multitude of things that you can be grateful for. Just get an overwhelming sense of how much there is to feel grateful for right in this moment. The ways that gratitude can fill your heart, fill your mind, the ways it uplifts your spirit. And as we begin to close out the spoken or the auditory part of this meditation, when you finish, maybe you'll notice the feeling of your body and breathe in this place. Maybe you'll create a muscle memory so that this sense of gratitude is easier to access in the future. Maybe afterwards you'll be able to rest or sit quietly for a few minutes, just noticing how you feel throughout your body, the reaction of your emotions and your thoughts, compared with the space and place you were in before you started. Being mindful not to judge, but just notice. And if you feel ready, you can maybe gently start to stretch your hands and your arms, maybe wiggle your feet and your legs. And you can start to maybe come back to the room and the space that you're physically in. For those of you that want to continue, you can just lie there and continue to rest and continue to experience this sense of gratitude. And maybe this can begin a practice for you, a practice of gratitude. Maybe you can keep a journal and just noting a few things, 3 to 5 things each day for which you are particularly grateful, so that you can build that muscle memory of teaching yourself how to draw on the strength of this gratitude wherever and whenever you wish. Again, take your time getting up, take your time moving about. And as you can, listen to this meditation as often as you wish, as often as is beneficial for you. I wish you a deep sense of peace, joy, happiness, and tranquility as you move through the rest of your week.